All right, welcome. This is the regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners, St. Charles Parish Housing Authority, Tuesday, October 29th, 2019. The time is now 6 p.m. I call the meeting to order. Can we all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so this evening, it'll be a little bit shorter meeting. We have no minutes to review for this meeting, and does not look like Sheriff's Office representatives here this evening. So our next agenda item would be our financial report. We're currently in a conversion from our previous fee accountant to the new fee accountant, HSA. So while they make that transition, I'd like to move that we do our review of August 2019 after that conversion's done, so we can see their full report. Do I have a second on that?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, the VMS reports, nothing's changed since last month, since the last meeting. So at this time, we'll let Ms. Hollis start with the administrative report, and also make note that Ms. Ballock's arrived for the meeting. So, Ms. Hollis.
Hi, everyone. For the administrative report, I want to start by giving an update because there's a lot of dialogue that's occurring as it relates to Housing Authority and the future of the St. Charles Parish Housing Authority. I want to assure everyone that the repositioning that the agency is participating in is not a result in reducing public housing or also affordable housing. It's actually an opportunity to expand and upgrade the living conditions of the tenants that currently participate in the public housing arena. At this time, we are, I want to say, about 3 weeks away from submitting our conversion application. The holdup on that is that we were required to do an environmental review, which is a good thing. Just in case there are any things that need to be mitigated. As a result of that requirement, it delayed us for about 45 days. The process is, in fact, streamlined, so once we submit that application, we're anticipating approval within 90 days of the application being submitted. We are also guaranteed that we will get 129 tenant protection vouchers. Does not mean that we will use them all. It will be based on the tenant's desire to leave or stay. So they do have that choice.
Can I just say something? I had someone ask me a question just today.
Mike.
Just had someone ask me a question just today, and I think I understand it, and I think that's what I'm hearing you say now with those tenant protection vouchers, the 129, people who are currently in our apartments or homes now are going to be guaranteed that they're going to have somewhere to live.
Absolutely. We cannot.
I just want to make that clear, and I want you to expand on it.
And that's a part of the rumors that's spreading, but we cannot displace a family. It's against our organization's mission, also the Department of Housing and Urban Development. What that tenant protection voucher does is give them extra options. Mm-hmm. It provides an additional option. The agency has hired a new fee accountant. We are with HSA. I'm happy about that because they once were the accountants for the agency, and they scored a 25 on REACT, which is the highest you can get. They jumped in. They're actively working. They are also putting their software on our system. So we'll all be on the same page. I think that the board's going to be very happy with that as well. As it relates to St. Charles Parish housing units, the boutique development has gone through a total transformation. We have replaced all of the roofs, so it's uniform. We have landscaping. We have a landscaping company now doing the grass so that we can keep it nicely manicured and edged. It's beautiful. We have replaced 90% of the windows. 90%. Once we did the egress, because we were able to get such a good deal on the windows, we decided to just go forward and replace them all. So the other 10%, we're waiting for them to come in. They had to be specially ordered. The vinyl and the siding, we've replaced all damaged and missing vinyl and siding, and so it's really coming together. As it relates to the repositioning and the repositioning of the tenants, you guys know that we were not doing any lease up, but what we are now doing is we're turning units over. We've brought 2 new units online. We are relocating families from Hornville to Boutique. We have 2 new units online, another unit that will be online next week, and we have 2 that's under modification at this particular time. So that, unless you have any questions, will be all that I have to add, and I will then turn it over to Ms. Hayes.
Any board discussion, comments?
No, just, I guess, can't emphasize enough to people that the goal that this board has and what we're doing right now is converting to have more, I would say, affordable workforce housing and to have people live, basically, bottom line, live in better conditions than they're living in now. And that's our goal, so we just want people to understand that rumor control. I know the questions aren't getting, but none of your spaces are going nowhere. They're only going to come back, I'd say, new and improved.
New is the operative word. In addition to that, we've had a public hearing. We've had one. The attendance was not as great as the last one we had, but we do provide transportation. We understand that there's some challenges, with residents getting here. We will have another public hearing. It's going to be a process and a series of hearings. The next hearing we're planning, we're meeting on tomorrow, a matter of fact, with the architect so that we can start putting together renderings so they can get a realistic view of what's to come.
All right, if there's no further board discussion, Ms. Hayes.
All right, I want to give the low rent monthly report for the month of September. We currently have 86 units leased with 26 vacant units and 17 units that are currently under modernization. I believe we received approval for those remainder 26 of those units to be moved to modernization by HUD. We only had 1 move out for the month of September, and we collected $24,229.13 in rent for low rent. Do y'all have any questions in regards to the low rent report?
Just on the units going to mod, and I know we've had this conversation, it's not an endless process. There is some time frame. Are we within the parameters of, was it, 30 days or something that we said? Are we still there?
In July, we actually had a visit from our field HUD office, and then during that meeting, it was determined that the units that are vacant, and as the units become vacant, that we will put them on mod. There is no time limit, because at this point, the issue is feasibility. Okay. Spending money on units that will eventually be torn down and rebuilt, or that's going to go through a total rehab.
Okay.
No further discussion from the board at this point. Are we having a maintenance update this evening?
Well, no, I kind of did the update with
Okay.
with those in the rooms.
All right, at this time, do we need an executive session this evening?
We do not need an executive session, but I can give an update as it relates to personnel. Everyone is committed to the repositioning that we are participating in. As a result, in the last meeting, I shared with you that there may be a potential of laying staff off. We came up with an alternative. The office staff works 30 hours a week. opposed to working 40 hours a week. And as of today, we will be one maintenance person short. Less, not short, one maintenance person less.
Okay, any questions from the board? All right, seeing none, we'll move on. At this time, if there's any public comments,
Well, you got us through here.
all right, seeing none, do we have a board resolution this evening?
We do not. We should have had a board resolution on our operation budget, but since we have made a transition with the accountant, I felt it would be more beneficial to us to have them go over that budget before submitting it to the board.
Okay. Any further discussion? All right, seeing none, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Mr. President, I move that we adjourn our meeting.
All right, we have a motion to adjourn, and we have a second, all in favor.
Aye.
That motion carries. The meeting's now adjourned at 6:11.
We didn't miss anything. We didn't have a,
Started early.